Welcome to Tech Fever, Play Everything's weekly tech podcast where we talk about the tech news of the week from home theater to smart home to AI and robots and everything else in between. Every episode we will run through what we've been playing for the week, our favorite tech picks of the week, tech steals of the week, and if you want to get a question read live on air, you can go ahead and send that into TechFeverPodcast@gmail.com. I'm your host, Mike Doherty, and alongside me as always, Kevin Coello.
I had a 4-foot level, so it's like a metal bar with you put it down and it shows you where you gotta adjust, and it fell, hit me right in the face, and now I got this little guy right here, little cut,
Little battle scar. What are you leveling?
Oh, but just like working on Paula's closet, got all of the drawers done, and now I just have to do over her hangers is gonna be like a rack for her to put stuff.
Exciting adult shit, huh?
Yeah. Class is gonna look good. I mean, I still got to do all the pretty parts. It's just the structure, but all the drawers are in and they work.
You're one of the handiest people I know, Kevin Coello.
I like getting my hands in there and fixing stuff. You know how it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive, honestly, when you see it in action. Kevin, I'm gonna pause time here while you take a drink of that. What have you been playing? Anything new? I feel like we haven't been getting a lot of cool tech to be able to get our hands on and play with lately.
I played with an Xbox Series X and PS5.
Oh yeah, I guess there's that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Tech-wise, I mean, let's talk about the hardware because I'm excited to get my hands on mine. Well, I'll have it on by the time this comes out. You
ordered it off Amazon?
No. Best Buy. Best Buy's the only way. It's the only way I'll ever do it. But tech-wise, what's the first things that you've kind of noticed, at least? I mean, especially
I feel like
with these consoles, they're just like little PCs. Like especially the Xbox, it reminds me of like a little like trash can.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I feel like consoles are always like little PCs. You know what I mean? Of whatever era they came out in, where it's like. You go back to like PlayStation 2 and those are a little bit older, but like the last generation, I don't know, they're pretty well, like, I don't know. The things that stick out for me the most, Series X, the controller, I didn't realize how much I hated the old controller. It's one of those things that like, I grabbed the Series X controller and I was like, oh, this feels really, really good. It's got weight to it. The plastic feels really sturdy. And I was like, wait, how does the old one feel, right? And I have one over here, but I hadn't grabbed it in a while. What's that noise?
What noise?
There's like a... It stopped.
Don't call attention to it.
Well, also your mic went to shit. I think you switched mics.
No. Did it?
Yeah. You sound like crap right now.
Do I really?
Yes.
No, I'm saying I'm trying to see.
You turned on broadcast, didn't you?
No, I don't have broadcast.
Oh. Yeah, no, you sound like shit. And I can hear everything outside. It seems like the first light.
Oh, for some reason is that better?
It went really high, didn't it?
Yeah. Why did it do that?
I don't know, it does that sometimes. But sorry, so yeah, the new, and then I held the old controller and it was like, oh my god, this is utter shit compared to the new one. So the controller feels really, really good. Also, I was watching one Greg Miller play Assassin's Creed. There you go. I don't know why that was hard for me to say there. Valhalla, and it looks phenomenal. Like compared to the PS5, and I got my PS5, hooked up to my TV, 4K, but it just doesn't look as pretty. Like the something about the Series X just looks really, really nice. Now, for the PS5, that controller pretty cool. I played that one game that PlayStation made.
Astrobots?
Yeah, that one. And it's one of those things that like that is made to show off the controller, but it does a really good job where the tactical triggers, the ones with the little motors that slow you down.
Yeah, I'm aware.
There was this mission that you do where you get in a little like pod and you're flying, and depending on how much pressure you're applying, that'll like change the boosters essentially, right?
Yeah.
So if you're putting it down just a tiny bit, it's only floating you slowly, or like it'll keep you in the air. But having the ability to actually feel the pressure makes it so much easier to like hold it at the right spot. It's just crazy how like I'm very excited to when we get to the point where it's like racing games have this incorporated into the brakes. And the gas pedal you wouldn't need it, but for the brakes to feel that resistance would be cool. Yeah, and it was really rad. It's fucking huge. They're both consoles are enormous, and frankly, I think both of them are ugly as shit.
I don't think the PlayStation one is, or I mean the Xbox one's that ugly.
Oh, first let me start with my face was because I think the PlayStation is probably the ugliest console they've ever made.
I think you're insane. I mean, I like the look of the PlayStation 5.
Have you seen one in real life though?
No. So we'll get there. We'll get there.
I mean, it's I can't even show it on camera. It's like this big.
And I like the look of the Xbox too. I think the Series X does a really good job at just being compact, straight to the, like not flashy.
So what bothers me, I like that idea. What bothers me is that like it was not engineered to like look aesthetically pleasing on both sides. So it's not going to fit in my setup there. Neither one are going to fit standing up, and I feel like for most people in their entertainment consoles, they're going to have to lay it on its side, which it's fine. They're all made to go on their sides, but the PlayStation 5 has that little stand that you can move around so that you can put it on its side and it's fine. The Xbox, when you flip it on its side, the bottom you can see is the bottom. Like it's one of those things that it's not like, you know how the top of the Xbox has that little like dip with the green, and that's where it vents air out of. Well, that's the top. The bottom has like a weird cover, and you can tell it's the bottom. And it's one of those things when you look at it, it just looks kind of dumb laying on its side. It looks like it's been tipped over, and whatever, it's fine. It'll just lay on its side, and I won't care about it. I'm probably not gonna get an Xbox for a long time till like Kind of Funny gets a free one that I can just take.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 5, I think while its design is certainly a choice, I think it's a bad choice. I don't like the two-tone aspect of it, and I very much don't like the just the fins and the whatever.
I love the two-tone aspect. Like I like what they did, but I like bad design. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah. Is that a PS5 controller behind you?
That is.
The elbows are so pointy. You know the bottoms?
Yeah,
it feels like you're touching someone's pointy elbow right there.
Yeah, right? It does. It does.
It's weird.
But it feels good, so good in the hands, dude.
Yeah, it does. The text, no, not the text. The sacred symbols on the grip.
Don't know if I like that.
Oh, I love the way that feels.
It reminds me of those 3D baseball cards that hurt my teeth.
3D baseball cards that hurt your teeth. Yeah. Were you eating these things?
No, but that you know, like that texture, just like it hurts my teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I've heard people have that issue before. That's weird.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it feels good. That being said, I thought they would be way more noticeable, and can you see the shapes?
No, you can, but like I feel like you really have to like.
I have phenomenal vision. Like
I can
absolutely. No, you can't.
No, I can, but like you really have to focus in. Like you got to get that.
Yeah, it's super super hard to see, and it's just one of those things that like it's weird that they ruined their own surprise. Where like I feel like don't tell anyone. It's cool.
Yeah.
It'd be cool like a year down whenever someone was like, "Hey, you know that grippy feeling? Sacred symbols."
No, I mean I'm I really do like the designs of these things. Now, have you put a ping pong ball on your Xbox?
That's not real.
Is it not?
It's not. It's not. I don't have an Xbox. Remember?
IGN fake news. You know what I mean?
Did they say it?
Yeah.
Did they say it?
Yeah, they did. It was published. Oh, did you not actually see people do it?
No, I mean, according in the kind of in games dailies at the end, someone was like, "Hey, that's a Photoshop picture." I'm gonna go choose. I'm gonna
IGN
go to
just running
IGN right
with
now.
whatever. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they said it, they probably did it. You know, those kids are dumb. They'll get in there and try stuff for a while.
Oh man.
How do I even find that? Ping pong ball? Search ping pong ball?
Xbox ping pong ball.
Ping
Right.
pong ball. That's what Nick calls it when you shoot someone in the head. Ping pong. He's like, ping pong. Because he goes in one side and then out the other.
Well, isn't there a video of it? There is a video of it. Oh wait, no.
Where is it?
No. It's a picture. It's a picture.
So, I mean, you were wrong,
What are you talking about? I was
right?
wrong.
Like, I'm not seeing this anywhere. Ooh,
well, I mean,
the
IGN
4K
did
Ultra
have it.
Harry Potter things that are out.
Wonderful.
Excuse me. Yeah, but where? Where do they have it? Now,
never mind.
There's
Well,
a
I saw
bunch
on
of
Twitter
things.
though. I did see it on Twitter.
Okay. There's a bunch of things that I
From
think the
IGN.
Xbox is doing amazingly, and it pisses me off that Sony hasn't just been like, hey, you know what? Let's do that. You know what I mean? Like the being able to switch between games and have what up to like 6 games or something like live at once.
6? Because you could do 2 on PlayStation. You could do 2.
No, you can't though.
They say you can.
There's a quick switch something, but it's just so you don't have to go into the menus.
You still
So
can't. That's so upsetting.
It like starts the game.
That's
You know what I'm
so
saying?
upsetting.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Let me see. You want IGN?
I mean, it doesn't have the flops for it. You know. I don't know what to tell you.
No, yeah, it doesn't have the flops. Well, I'm sure that. Well, no, I'm not sure. Perhaps in the future they'll add that feature, and that would be cool. But it's a bummer it doesn't have it just right now. What else? Another thing the Xbox does. I mean, like that's my number one thing. Like being able to switch between like
yeah.
not saved, but like ongoing games sounds like the coolest thing ever.
I mean, load times to me is just the biggest thing that I'm super stoked for on the hardware. Like how significantly they're cut down. Have you is that like a noticeable difference?
I mean, the games that I played, like I had no reference for.
Oh, okay. So you're not like throwing a Marvel Avengers on there.
No, but Valhalla is like I've been playing on the PS4, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, I really, really hope that when it's on PlayStation 5, it's much faster. Because I play Assassin's Creed in a really, really dumb way. Well, not dumb way. Not a way they were intending for me to play it, you know?
How do you play it?
Where, the first thing I do is I run around and open up the map, like go to all the synchronization points. And then I'll, like, try to do whatever I can that's around me to knock stuff out. So, like, and like a lot of times those games want you to like progress via the little like line they're giving you, you know, they want to lead you a certain way. So I was playing yesterday and I got into this place where, oh man, that's so cheap. I got into this place that you're meant to be level 90, but I was level 45. So I was like, I'm sure I'll just be able to sneak around. And I 100% of that area. And it was so hard. But I died maybe, I don't know, easily 50 times or something. So like I'm sitting there and loading screens all day, man.
Oh no.
All day. But it was worth it.
Why do you play it like that? Like the story's the interesting part of an Assassin's Creed game.
No, the story sucks. The gameplay's fun.
No, it's the opposite way.
No, dude, I love the gameplay.
I hate the gameplay in Assassin's Creed.
Dude, these Harry Potter books are so cheap. The illustrated editions,
oh, this guy.
$56 and $15. I already own them, so I mean, it's just one of those things. All of Game of Thrones for how much?
What are you on? IGN deals?
Yeah.
No, it is the adaptive triggers. I think is the coolest piece of tech to come out of this gen so far, and I'm excited to see how It's used.
I'm very curious to see how it plays. 'Cause everyone I talk to is like, man, the performance modes on all these games feel so good that it's not even worth going to the what's the other option called? There's performance mode,
And
which
then,
allows 60.
I don't know what it's
and
called,
then
but
the
it's
one,
graphical. It's something graphic.
And they all say that like it looks cool and it's a little bit prettier, but like you don't notice the difference, but you do notice the difference of playing in 60 hertz or 60
120?
No, because there's not that many 120 games. They're talking about Miles Morales in 60 is dope versus the 30.
I don't know, man.
Dude, $38 for Back to the Future trilogy in 4K.
And
oh my god.
These are your tech steals of the week right here, everybody.
Alita Battle Angel. Yeah, it's just IGN's 10 best Black Friday deals. You want me to give you the link? You can include it in the time code.
Sure.
I mean, they got something against that Alita Battle Angel. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. Not bad.
No.
It's not bad.
I feel like action movies rely too heavily on the action and not enough on like how good the movie is, you know?
Yeah, bro, but you're not talking about a movie you've seen. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, Alita Battle Angel.
Now,
also, I mean, I don't know if Alita Battle Angel is an action movie.
But before we move on to the topics of tech here, I haven't been playing it with any new tech, but I will probably next week. I think I'm gonna switch to the iPhone.
I cannot believe you. Okay.
It just works better, Kev. You know what I mean? And
you gotta listen to me.
No,
listen.
Listen.
No. I'm already talking, so shut your mouth. You got screwed, man. You went with like an awesome phone with shitty software. Like that's honestly the problem. Android is way better, but like you didn't get that. You like stock Android is so much. Like using your phone in the first like 30 seconds, I was like, ooh.
I don't believe that like your Android is better. Like I don't believe it's that significantly better.
I'm telling you, it's every. I mean, that's your problem right now, right? Like your problem is the OS sucks.
The tech's fucking awesome. Like I love the tech of the phone. Yeah, the actual hardware of the phone.
Yeah.
But
have you ever thought like is there a way to what is it called?
I don't think it would work with the screen though.
But like sometimes they make custom firmwares and stuff. Like put a custom firmware on that bad boy that makes it more like stock. You should look into that before you. I mean, regardless, you can trade it in and wipe it, right?
Yeah. I'll look into it. That's the thing though, man. I'm so upset because it's like that.
I'm telling you, man. Stock Android. Because like here's the thing. I'm very familiar with iPhone. Like Paula has one. I've messed around with an iPhone. I even like when I grabbed your phone, it reminded me of stock Android, like Honeycomb or whatever it was before Honeycomb, Icicle. Like old Android. It just feels like moving around through like the like hey let me pull up all the apps. It just feels so antiquated and old. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think part of that is like the animations they do felt like they moved slowly. I don't know, but it just I'm telling you this isn't a good example of what Android is. But I mean, that phone is cool.
It's funny you hear a ton of people talk about it, but like at least the software side, but yeah, it is upsetting because I do really enjoy the actual hardware of the phone. Like it's awesome. Like it's really really cool. But we'll see.
So what's the biggest thing pushing you? Like specifically
Android, man. Like it's just Apple works and it works really, really, really well.
Don't even call it Android. Sorry, I was confused about where my hand was. But don't call it Android. It's Samsung's Android.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I mean,
I do feel like now you've screwed the pooch where it's like any problem you have, if you ever get an Android phone, you're going to be like, ugh, it's just like the other one.
I wanted to believe, man. Like, I was so set to, like, believe and, like, do the switch over and be able to, be an Android boy, but...
I'm getting a little bit of a black bar right here. See it?
Oh yeah.
Right there.
Oh, that happened. I fixed all this before the show. No,
Yeah, these
but
things
yeah.
happen.
So,
Yeah, that's pretty wild. So what version are you gonna get?
I think XS Max. Or
Mm,
not XX
mm.
Max, sorry, the 12 Pro Max. I
Yeah.
hate their naming
So
now.
like the best version. Yeah, it sucks. But also they have two versions, and I'm pretty sure the cameras are in fact different. I think that the Pro and the Max have different cameras. I don't think the lidar comes with the Pro. It's the Max that has the lidar.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we looked this up last week.
Pretty sure you're wrong.
Pretty sure you were wrong. We looked this
No,
up
I don't
last
think
week.
so. I believe that if I'm keeping score correctly, 4 Cavo, 0 loser. You know what I mean? Oh, there you
No.
are. There it is. There it is.
Kev, let's talk some tech.
Let's talk that tech. Tech talk.
First piece of news, of course, we talked a little bit about the this last week because they announced it last week, but Apple finally announced the M1 chip, their new ARM-based processor, in one of the most underwhelming Apple press conferences I've seen in a very, very long time.
The one last thing event, huh?
Yeah, it was not. It didn't feel like an Apple event in terms of like, at least like even the iPhone one, I was like, oh, this is cool, like at least what they're doing. But on this one,
Yeah, I feel like both of their last events were like, oh, these are cool. They're well done events.
yeah, and this one it
You're
just
so
felt more
bright.
like a presentation. I know I'm fixing. Give me a second.
No worries. Take your time.
Doing a lot, hosting a show, producing. You know, how
Yeah,
it
and you
goes.
talk about it too. Like everyone knows now.
So there's, I mean, three things that we got out of it: the Mac Air, the Mac Pro, and then the Mac Mini, all with ARM-based processors. You can't get over 16 gigabytes of RAM on any of them, though, out the gate. Something that I was reading the other
Can you
night.
upgrade to it, or like upgrade past that, or
No.
that's just the most it can handle?
Yeah, well, no, I think on the Mac Mini, I would have to do some more research because that wasn't announced. The Mac Mini, you can't, but I mean, on MacBooks, you can't upgrade the RAM anyway.
Right, because they're all soldered down.
Yeah. So 16 gigabytes of RAM. Starting at the Mac Air, looks like it's 98% faster than PC laptops sold in the previous year and 9 times faster than the most recent Air. And it has no fan, which is honestly very, very troubling.
That's wild.
It's
They figured out heat.
troubling. I mean, think about it though. Your phone doesn't have a fan in
You're
it.
freezing a lot. I'm freezing a lot. The call seems frozen.
I'm
Can you hear
good.
me?
It's all good on my side.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Oh, good.
No, but yeah, I mean, if you think about it, your phone doesn't have a fan. You know? And I don't know how switching the processor has to do with not needing a fan.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, my phone also has a much, much smaller processor.
Sure. Absolutely. But I mean,
But you
that's what
have
I'm
to-
saying. What is the reason for the heat? Because technically, if it's ARM chips, right? It's the similar processor to what's in mobile phones. So it's a bigger processor, but it draws less heat.
It would
that what's
seem that
going on?
it like creates less heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what the fan is for. It's blowing air right at that processor.
Yeah. So it does worry me though, especially for first gen tech. It is
That's a bold thing to do, but that's the thing. This is also Apple. I feel like they wouldn't do this if they didn't like believe in it. You know.
no 100%. And then also that's boasting the longest battery life of its predecessor, saying the battery can handle 18
wild
hours
shit,
of
dude.
HD video playback, 6 more hours than
Wait,
existing models.
18 hours of Wi-Fi connected playback, and 21 hours of just video.
Yeah, it's
Those are some big numbers.
yeah.
Like you can fly from California to Italy and have it on the entire time
On
right?
one charge. Yeah. And I'm interested to see how this plays out for them. But
I don't even think they make plane rides like that.
Back-
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You'd have to stop in New York.
MacBook Air is gonna cost $999 and available November.
No,
17th.
they do. That's what we did. It was 15 hours.
Oh,
We didn't know.
straight
We
through.
thought it was going to be 8 or 12. Yeah,
It's impressive.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
The Mac Pro. 13-inch MacBook Pros are going to be getting the ARM processor, 20 hours of video playback Wi-Fi, and 18 hours wireless web browsing, 20 hours of video playback.
Wait, that's where that's from. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's good. 11 times faster than the existing MacBook Pro.
What is that? Wait. What? That's a big number.
Sorry.
Right?
The machine learning
98%.
power is 11 times faster than the existing MacBook
I don't even know
Pro.
what the machine learning power means.
And then 3 times faster, so it's 3 times faster than the existing MacBook Pro. Sorry, getting all scrambled here.
Okay, 3 is still a big number. What the hell's machine learning in this context?
That's, I mean, I was watching it through. It wasn't super clear.
Sure. They're putting AIs in there that are going to work.
No, so I mean, essentially, what it's with, again, they're boasting. We'll see if we actually get it in practice on how fast these things will actually be. But again, with Gen 1 tech, it's always the thing where it's like, okay, what are the problems going to be, and then how are they going to iron it out? And that's what's like. I'm more interested in seeing what like their iMacs are able to be capable of with the ARM processor, and like what the desktops will be able to do, what their MacBooks in the future will be able to do. So, I mean, it's exciting, but at the same time, it's not, because Gen 1 tech, especially with processors or a new processor that we've not had commercially, I want to see that play out before I jump in. And also software. There's going to be some huge software issues, like with Premiere, which I know they're going to do an update later in the year.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they're big enough that they've been working on it, right? I mean, this was first announced a while back.
Sure.
So you have to imagine.
But imagine all the weird little shit that we use that's not going to work.
Totally. Like OBS, I'm sure you won't be able to do on that. But like, is that the best place to do run OBS in a stream?
It could be. Could be.
No,
with the power of ARM, Kevin. With the power of ARM.
I got 2 arms and I'm still having issues. You know what I mean?
And then the Mac Mini, 60% more efficient, 3 times faster than the 2018 iteration. $700 is what it's starting at, and that is going to be for the 256 gigabyte version. And there's a 512 for $899. So exciting for any of the Mac people who listen to this, which I'm sure there are very, very little Apple people listening to this show.
Apple sucks, you know what I mean?
Kevin, you sent me this next article. Or did you want to add anything to the ARM processors? I mean, I feel like we talked it to death.
Yeah. It's one of those things that it's interesting, and I'm very curious to see how the performance is reviewed in the near future. You know what I mean?
100%. You sent me this article. Newly passed right to repair law will fundamentally change the Tesla to repair. A right to repair measure in Massachusetts passed in a landslide victory last Tuesday. Question 1, as the measure was called on the ballot, will force car manufacturers to ensure independent repair stores have access to the same diagnostic tools and manufacturer-run repair stores. They will charge the automobile repair landscape in Massachusetts. Change the automobile landscape in Massachusetts, especially for Tesla. The notoriously secretive company has made it hard and expensive to service its vehicles. We have talked about this before, where they basically essentially lock people out of certain features on their cars, and we talked about this guy right here, this YouTuber, Rich Binot. We'll be wrong with that. Who, like a while back, he rebuilt a Tesla because he got in an accident, and then he bought another totaled Tesla, and then he started like working on it and putting it together. And he was able to successfully
doing that for fun on his own time. And now he's made that, it seems like, his career, where he's got a small shop that he was planning to open up, and he has been fixing people's Teslas as a side business.
Yeah,
it's really interesting, and I feel like this is super important and fundamentally good. Obviously, I always talk shit about Apple, and like one of the main reasons, is because they make so many of their things. Like I jokingly said, "Oh yeah, they're welded on," when you were talking about the RAM
Yeah.
on, and it's because they are. Like you can't remove them or upgrade them, and so when you buy a lot of times an Apple product, like that's they've gotten better. They're the trash can you can change out parts in, right?
I think RAM.
There you go. But
Well,
that's an improvement.
Well, in the iMacs, you can change out RAM in too, since
Yeah.
like 2015.
No, and like that's cool, but like there's a channel. What's his name? Something Rossman. Have you ever seen this channel
No.
where this guy essentially he runs an Apple repair shop where he like fixes laptops and stuff, and he like kind of shows you how to do it, and it's just incredibly hard to get the information from Apple products and other companies. So like Tesla does the same thing where like they do not want to give out the schematics. So he like constantly talks about how like it's a scheme to like get you to buy new products where like there'll be water damage and this small little transistor is burnt out, and you can repair that by like several different tricks that he knows, but like he's like at the Apple store they tell you it's unrepairable and they like tell you to buy a new one essentially. So it's just like that sucks. Like if something can be fixed, you should have the option to fix it, especially if you've got important stuff on there.
Now, let me,
You know what I mean?
Let me play a little bit of devil's advocate too, because
Play
we're
that
talking
little devil's
about
advocate.
we're talking about Apple, we're talking about Tesla, two companies that do what they
Suck.
do
I'm just kidding.
very, very, very well. To a point where nobody else is really able to kind of replicate what they do. I mean,
hold on over there. Come on.
No, I mean, what?
Sure, Tesla. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think both of them are having competition come up.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Tesla has like things miles ahead, but like, like the Leaf and there's a bunch of like.
yeah, but they're not. They're not Tesla though. Like, and even electric
But like,
car people.
I think that like Tesla's biggest advantage is that they have Elon Musk just being like a goddamn psychopath up there, being like,
Yeah.
You know what I think I'm gonna do? Internet for the entire world. We'll figure that out. Let's dig a hole and put a giant train in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, but that's the thing. And
No, it's cool, but that's what I'm saying.
And you're right.
I
And
feel like
Apple's
Tesla-
starting to get caught up on, but even then.
But like, but what do you mean? Like Apple, what does Apple do that like PCs don't do?
It just
Like,
runs so well. Like if I was just video editing, I would 100% have like just a Mac.
Yeah, but like, see, like
I've done
it's
both.
one of those things.
I've
Like
done
I get,
both,
I
Kevin.
get what you're saying, and I don't disagree. Nick's old Mac worked so well for what he was using it for, but it's just another thing that like the price versus the like what you're getting just has never made any sense to me. Where you can make something more powerful than a Mac. Like there's a reason why Cool Greg edits on a workstation PC that we like made with Dell. Because it's like for the same price, we would have gotten way less for with a Mac, and like renders would be slower. Like just, it takes 15 minutes to render like I don't know, hour and a half video for Cool Greg.
Now I switched from iMac to PC. Like I was Apple all the way 100%, a couple years ago, and then I got my first PC in a very, very long time, and I enjoy it, right? But like it just there's something about that Apple experience where it's smoother, it's more intuitive in terms of how you interact with it. No, I mean it is like it's just
I mean like I adamantly disagree. Whenever I'm doing something on a PC, like I understand. Like, going through the folder structure makes so much sense. And then Mac's folder structure is a goddamn disaster.
No.
But, I mean,
it's not that. To be honest, and I get what you're saying because I felt the same way on both of them, right? When I think it's because you're not used to it. Because when I switched over to PC, I was like, oh, this, like, this, was a little more difficult, blah, blah. And I started using it, and I was like, oh, no, it's not that bad. And then now that when I use Mac.
Do you know how to add a font in Mac?
Yeah. What do you mean a font?
Is it like font, like a different, like let's say I give you the Helvetica TFT or whatever
100%.
the fuck it is. Okay, is it just like right click and install or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I it's just one of those things where it doesn't matter. Like the nuance of it, it's just
No, I know.
like
I know what you're
even
saying.
going
I think
into
you're
this,
just
like
not used to it.
going around to the settings and trying to mess like around with like why isn't the audio going the right way? Like is more of an annoyance than it is. Now, granted, with the complexity of the setup that we have here and the way like, wavelengths, audio going through broadcast, sliding, like ending in the voice mod, like that's a lot of steps that I add to try to make my thing better that cause issues. Like I understand that like I'm pushing things over one extra level,
As
and that's
Kevin
why
Coello does.
I have things. Huh?
Is it as Kevin Coello does?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why like things fuck up more for me. But like I feel like are all those options, those programs that I just named, are they all available for Macs? Because I know that
I would have to
OBS.
look into each. OBS is, and
Yeah, no, I know that, but
yeah,
it is difficult to capture the audio that you're hearing.
sure, yes, and
Where,
well, I don't know. But here's the thing.
Well, I know
I agree with you that that's
Yeah.
why I switched over is because it's not ideal for what we do. But if I was just video editing, if I was just editing photos, if I was just
yeah, but I feel
doing
like
all this stuff,
most people aren't just doing video editing,
Yeah,
or
but
just doing audio, or they have a small business, or
I don't think many
they're,
people do what we do. I think it's very niche.
I think
I
a
feel
lot
like
more people.
if I didn't, yeah, but I'm saying if I didn't do this, I would 100%
Mm-hmm.
have Mac all the way. And again, I really like PC and what you're able to do with it, but just that experience, the easy use, and again, what you said, the price, right? You don't get the price. Well, how long did Nick's MacBook last? Like
No, yeah, it lasted a long
forever.
time. It lasted a long time, but by the end, it was blowing fire out of the damn vents every time it would do anything. There is also like, I upgraded this computer with a 2080 Super, and that was an easy upgrade. And it's like, I went from not being able to play Flight Simulator, like literally maxing everything out at like base, like normal level settings, to like putting everything to max or ultra, and only pushing the graphics card to 70%, which means I can stream, record, and play this game all at the same time. So, like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Also, like, yeah, at some point I'm going to get 3080 in this bad boy, and then it's going to be even easier to do that. I can probably be editing at the same time.
And that and that's the advantage, and that's why I do like PCs. But like I said, it gets into semantics, but I go back to the point to where I think Apple does things in a way that nobody can really replicate, or maybe they're not trying. But what I'm saying is,
Well, I mean,
get
yeah,
why
I think
they
that
want to keep things a little bit more secretive on the right to repair.
They optimize everything, and and it's going to be even more now. But like with their phones, like they made every component for it. Well, that's not true, but they like planned around all the components. And I think that like the more they do that, the more they can get out of. Like it's crazy that the newest iPhone's battery is only like 3,800 milliamps. Yeah, milliamps. Because like that's low compared to what you're seeing with other phones that are 4,800, 5,200. So it is like sure they figured out how to optimize their stuff, but again, it's one of those things like, is the cost worth it? And like I've always said this, it's so much fun to customize every aspect of my phone, which I could do with Android.
Yeah, no,
And not so much.
It-
Sirens on your end.
yeah, sirens are mine. Good looking out.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we've done that. It's kind of funny.
I know the I was just trying to make a point here on the right to repair, because I do think that like Tesla probably has some things that they don't want anybody to like know in terms of like how they make their car.
Yeah, but like the people that want to know that already know.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's not being taken from mechanics places. Like that's being like some secret espionage shit of someone like stealing a file, like, and that's already done.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's an interesting point. And again, I'm for right to repair. I think it's important.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just think it's really important for, like, yeah, if you want, like, if you have a device that breaks and it's something minor, like, it sucks that, like, that could mean the end of your device. You know, if you take it to Apple and they're being like, oh yeah, we can't fix this, like, that's bullshit. Like, you should be able to fix it if it's something that is fixable.
Yeah, and Tesla's skeevy too, especially with like locking people out of certain software features because they didn't buy it from them directly.
Right. Did they undo that? The car had the autopilot, but it was Spot second hand, right?
Yeah, I don't think they undid that.
That's a bummer.
I'm gonna see. Hold on, real quick. Autopilot.
Take it down.
Want to fill some time?
Yeah, I finally ordered another base for my single Google Pod, Google Bud, and it's not arriving till the 24th. It took like 3 weeks for them to send me the email where I could order it. But yeah, thank you to whoever sent me that text that was like, hey, you can hit them up. So I got a replacement pod and a replacement left earbud. That's
exciting.
$40 or $50 cheaper than buying a new one. So okay, good enough.
I'm looking for the update here. There's no update to the stories.
It's just where it ended. That, like, this guy was pissed about it.
Yeah, it looks like they lock people out if they don't buy direct.
That sucks. That's a bummer.
Yeah, there's no. I don't see anything here.
I also went and got my little charger for my PlayStation 5 controller. Look how cute it is. Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Got my little camera.
How awesome is the USB? How awesome is it that USB-C is becoming the standard?
I mean,
except for Apple,
it'd be. Yeah, well, they'll get there. It's just one of those things. Like, right now, they've stopped supplying the charger cable, so I feel like we're close to getting to the point where, like, they're like, oh, we're gonna change it, and now you do need to buy a new one. So, well, we didn't give it to you last time. We're not gonna give it to you this time. You know what I mean?
It's so not.
Yeah, but you got to do it in steps.
You get the cable.
If you change it,
you get the cable. You don't get the brick.
Huh.
That's what I thought too, and then I looked into it. You get the cable, you don't get the brick.
Right, because you're gonna change your phone out. You quitter. Yeah, look at the camera.
Again, I have no idea why you bought that.
I actually didn't. I ended up returning my purchase because Tim somehow got an extra free one. So, well, I bought it because I thought it was gonna work with.
Oh yeah. I remember
my thing, and then it's not. Why would it not work with PSVR? It makes no sense that they're like, oh yeah, even though the PSVR matches this color scheme.
It's complex. Cameras are complex. And you know what's interesting about that? There's nothing in the camera that makes it work with PSVR.
No, because you could use the old camera too, right?
Yeah, well,
like, you didn't have to use the newest version.
I'm saying, why can't you use that camera? Because it's not the camera that makes it work. It's the VR. It's the software, right? That makes it work with VR.
I mean, I have no idea, if I'm being honest. Both cameras have two cameras on them,
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine it partially needs that.
What a miss.
But yeah, who knows? Yeah, I know. What a dumb. This is PlayStation doing the, like, hey, we're winning mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, we sold more consoles, so we'll make stupid decisions. And you guys love us so much, you'll buy it.
It seems like nobody can get out of that
stupid fucking camera. Again, I didn't pay for this one, though, so I feel better about that.
Well, we were just speaking about car manufacturers like Tesla. It looks like Hyundai is reportedly in talks to buy Boston Dynamics. Boston Dynamics, the robotics company behind nightmare-fueled products like Splat, may be headed to Hyundai. Bloomberg reports sources say that the current owner, SoftBank, is in talks with the Korean automaker. The deal could be worth up to $1 billion, though Bloomberg notes that nothing is finalized yet and the deal can eventually fall apart. Hyundai may seem like a surprising parent at first if you're only familiar with its cars, but the company also has an entire group focused on industrial robotics, where Boston Dynamics technology would fit nicely, and Hyundai is no stranger to diving into the burgeoning technology. It is announced that its new Horizon studio for futuristic concepts. First of all, this is the third buyer in I think 10 years for Boston Dynamics. It was Google, SoftBank, and then now possibly Hyundai. Is
that the order? Was it not? Isn't it owned by Google now? Or
no, it was Google 2013, SoftBank 2017.
SoftBank's up to a lot of things, you know what I mean?
Which I'm surprised Google would let that go. Because they want to take over the world. You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't agree. I feel like Google is really... Like, they're not good at, like, taking over the world. Remember they were going to try to do social media? Remember their gaming thing?
You're right. You're so right.
You've got some weird lighting issue right up here. See it?
What are you talking about?
Right there.
Okay, well...
It's like jittery. Crop it out. Just pull it out.
Thanks.
What is that, like a light that's flickering in the background?
Oh, wait, no. It's because there's a siren right outside my window. Is that what's going on?
The cops fucking someone up?
Yeah, I know. It's an ambulance. You know?
Oh, so someone dead?
I mean, let's hope for the best. You know what I mean? Everybody take a minute, and let's all just hope for the best together.
You know, it's like a bad person.
Yeah, and then, let's not hope for the best.
Right?
Who knows? This situation could go be anywhere right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is interesting. Like, I don't know, how long. I feel like we're years away from this ever affecting us. Like, I mean, we can buy Spot right now for $75,000, but
lease.
There's a lot of
lease Spot.
Oh, really? Get the fuck out.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't like buy them.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are you gonna do with $75,000?
Buy 2 Teslas.
No,
1.5 Teslas.
You just talk shit on Tesla. They don't want you to buy it.
Oh no, they're down for me to buy them, and I'm down to buy them. You know what I mean? Now someday, I don't know. We'll know.
Again,
we'll see.
Kevin's a flip flop.
I never said that I didn't want to buy them. I'm saying that it's good.
Shit on them.
I don't think so.
Is that what you said about Elgato? You're like, I never said I wanted to buy it. I just
I haven't updated that. We can talk about that later. Remember the Aver thing? Do you still have the Aver the little boxes that wouldn't work for you?
Mm-hmm. Not the second one, but I have the first one. Yeah.
Okay, I figured out the problem, and it is. Did I tell you about this already?
No. Did not.
And the solution is literally just the right type of USB cable.
Just get a better one?
Yeah.
Really?
It was totally that, like, the ones we were using just, I'm pretty sure weren't strong enough.
It was like blurry, or like, remember how it looked? It looked like low res.
Oh no, I don't remember that. We should look into that. Actually, at some point I'm going to pick up the box, but this other unit, the GC355, no, 551, we couldn't get to work with your setup. And the issue was that we need the right USB cable.
It's weird that they sell it with the wrong USB cable.
I don't think they do, because you didn't get a new one. I just brought it over, and I must have not have brought the right cable. And then when we troubleshooted, remember, because we were getting that
I don't think that's the issue. I'm going to be honest. Because we tried other cables. Anyway.
Yeah, but, like, it's, like, I had to buy this cable specifically. We had one at the office. None of the other USB cables I had worked. And I tried the Nintendo one. So the one that for the Switch. I tried the the Pixel one. And then one that I had just laying around. None of those cables were the right one. I can't remember what the number that it needs to be, but it was on there. And I think it's maybe USB 3 point something. I'll figure it out.
Interesting. I mean, obviously we're not going to see this for a while. One of the things I just kind of want to brush on too is like It's so interesting to me that people keep buying Boston Dynamics. Like, you're not going to see a profit. Like, how is this a company? Like, what
Well, I mean,
profit are they
I think
making?
that's kind of silly. What I mean, yet.
Yeah,
But
you're right. Yeah, but
at some point, like
1 billion
that
seems
was
like a lot.
Here's the thing. That was a statement that was true for Amazon. What, like 5 years ago? They hadn't been making a profit. Now look at them. The bag's full of money running the bank.
But they were still selling things to be able to.
But they weren't making a profit.
They weren't.
And that's the argument you're making.
But
because here's the thing. These motherfuckers aren't even selling the robots. They're leasing them out for $75,000 a pop. They're gonna get them back, cheeks.
They're an interesting company. You think we're gonna see the Boston Dynamics?
The fruits of their labor?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't know that we'll ever see it in a product that we like.
That you and me will use. I don't know.
Yeah, but let me get there.
We'll have droids.
Let me get there. But here's the thing. I think that a lot of the components that they make and the science that they're developing will be incorporated as shit that we like don't realize. Like, it'll have some gyroscopic software shit in it that like helps this robot that, you know, just moves things from there to there, like level itself out, and we won't understand that. Like, oh, that's the actual. Some of the components inside are made by Boston Dynamics.
Yeah, it's just an interesting company. That company fascinates me, so I always try to put them in there. And then speaking of robots, I just thought this was a really interesting robot idea because, again, I like talking about robots. Swarms of modular self-configurable robots have a lot going for them these days, at least in theory. They're resilient and easy to scale since big robots can be made can be made on demand from lots of little robots. One of the trickiest bits about the modular robots is figuring out simple and reliable way of getting them to connect to each other without having to rely on some kind of dedicated connectivity system. This week's IEEE/RSJ International Conference on Intelligent Robots, a research team at the Chinese University in Hong Kong, Shenzhen.
You nailed it. Just move on.
Is presenting a new kind of modular robot that solves this problem by using little robotic vehicles inside iron spheres that can stick together whenever you need them to. Typically, modular robots are relatively complicated and finicky things because connections between them have to combine power, communications, and physical support, leading to robot-to-robot interfaces that are relatively complicated. And you usually see modular robots emphasize reconfigurability as opposed to the kind of inherent single module capability. These things are awesome. I'm going to pull them up right now.
Dude, they're really cool. It's one of those things that, like, whenever they figure out how to make this technology like tiny and really, really strong, like the magnet's stronger, you got something scary in the future. You know what I mean?
Just imagine these things rolling down the street, Kev.
Oh my god, it's going up.
And then they form into like some Megatron.
Dude, this is really cool. So there's magnet, like that's magnetic paint or something.
No, it's magnets inside the robot.
No, but go back. It said ferromagnetic something.
Oh, you're saying the paint that they painted the thing with is what you're saying.
You froze for me.
You're saying the paint.
Yeah, so the way it was going up the wall, it was able to do that because the had some magnetic aspects to it.
Got it.
That's rad.
Yeah, these things are awesome. I mean, I don't. Again, I
didn't realize how big they were.
Yeah, they're huge and they're iron spheres. So I mean, that's heavy.
Yeah.
And then here's just kind of the inside. That's what I thought was interesting here.
Let me see the guts.
So that's the guts.
I mean,
Big Kev.
Do you remember the company? Oh wait, we can see your screen too.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
It's really hard doing this on 2 monitors.
I mean, I guess I got 3, but it's whatever. Maybe that would solve your problem, because then you could have the one you look at stuff on another monitor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Yeah, I know, but
I figured that out myself.
I only have 2 monitors right now.
You want me to get another monitor? I know a guy.
We'll talk. But yeah.
It won't be pretty. What were you saying?
That's crazy. All that, like climbing walls, everything being able to like come together and like.
Yeah, I wonder how it does it. Like, where's the magnet? Oh, there it is on the bottom. Well, that wasn't a quick answer.
It's able to rotate, so this moves with inside the ball.
Yeah. Hold on. Orbs. Do you remember what I'm talking about? There's a toy orbs, something like that.
Yeah, I think they mentioned it in one of these articles about it. Not this one, but like the Verge's article, I believe, had it in it. Yeah, it's like orbs. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's
the
like
little RC balls.
But this
Sphero. It's called Sphero. Sorry, they're not see-through. Well, I guess there's some that are see-through.
But look at how, like, in practice this would work on like stairs.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. Look, I don't understand the need for that though. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Like, what are these robots doing? Like, why are they getting past barriers? You know what I mean?
Because we have to infiltrate. Like I said, imagine an army of these rolling down the street, Kev.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. That sounds scary.
They're pricking everybody, testing them for coronavirus. You know what I mean? That's gonna be our future.
Now you brought it back home, and you made it make sense. Yeah, it's funny because like this is cool until you realize like these are just spheros with magnets.
Yeah, but they're able to work together though, whereas spheros aren't.
Well, I mean, at that time, like it's just a matter of making the software, you know.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not like a robot engineer, but I don't think it's that simple.
What's that sort of mentality that slows us down? That's all I'm saying. Sphero.
We were talking about Elon Musk earlier.
Crazy son of a bitch.
The world's first crewed Hyperloop trip was a success. Virgin, which is interesting. What version?
Yeah,
is this?
so that's what?
What version is this?
What do you
because
mean?
It looks like the same Virgin America like logo.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I thought they disbanded, or just the airline.
No, the airline.
Got it.
On some bullshit, if I'm being honest.
Virgin Hyperloop has taken a massive step closer to realizing its new form of transport with its first crewed test. At the company's DevLoop facility in Nevada, 2 passengers were fired through a 500-meter tube on Sunday.
What a weird
evening.
way to phrase that.
The company says it marks a new frontier in the development of the vacuum tube technology. Company co-founder Josh Jingle and head of...
Josh Jingle? Like Heimer Schmidt?
Jingle Heimer Schmidt. Exactly. Head of passenger experience, Sarah Luchin, were on board for the first run. Jingle's involvement as head of the project was an obvious choice to show how confident he felt about the work, while Luchin was one of the 40 employees who volunteered to ride the capsule's other seat. The company says that both were given extensive tests and training to ensure they were healthy and prepared for the trip. This thing is fucking nuts. Here's a video.
It looks really, really cool. Let me see the
that.
video. I'm excited to watch this. Like, the pod itself looks rad.
So this thing, like, can you imagine, like, blowing from San Francisco to LA in this thing?
I don't like any of the words that we're using for this. Blowing?
Now,
what do they say? Shot off or whatever they use?
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing. This is not the full speed that this thing can go.
It's half the speed, yeah.
Yeah, half the speed of what this can go. I'll give you those numbers in a minute once I can get out of this video. But
we're talking about top speed. All right, what's the top speed? Because I want to calculate this.
Can you pull it? You have the article? I can't.
Yeah.
While showing this.
Give me 1 second. It's probably gonna end. Oh, look at that! You can see there's so many views. I like that. What's first?
It's thought out. Look at it.
Yep, 240 miles max speed. So what? You get to LA, let's say 3 hours.
Not bad.
Is that even right? LA 600 miles? Yeah, a little less.
Wait, no.
But
you said 240 miles? Hour and a half.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Less than that, right?
A little less. Less. It's over an hour.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So an hour and like 15 minutes.
Round
right?
up. You're going to have to make a stop somewhere.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
These aren't LA direct trips?
No.
I mean, yeah, that's really cool. Like, are they ever going to the place where these like can fit a lot of people and are built? You know?
I mean,
that's a lot of steps to do.
How many
You
pods
have
do you
to-
need? You can have multiple pods going down this rail system.
One car accident, you know what I mean? One little crash, everyone's dead.
But in the name of science. You know?
Sure. And then
That's
like
a couple
flying.
people in the name of science.
I've read that. Okay, here. Did I get it? Nope. No. This is really cool, and it's also weird. So I didn't know Virgin was working on Hyperloop. Is this with collaborate? Or is Tesla not working on this? Not Tesla, but Elon.
I was it was called Hyperloop, right? The LA
right?
project, but
Well,
they gave
it
up
was-
on
it
doing
was-
it in LA for right now.
Yeah, but it was the Boring Company, right? It was because they're gonna dig all the holes. Does that you get what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that's the purpose of the Boring Company, right?
No,
That
I
and the
would say
Underground
that's the
Freeway.
purpose.
The Underground Freeway is his dream. God, he's such a crazy person. I love it.
Oh,
too bad that he's got
Hyperloop
all
is the
those-
competing company.
What's Elon's company?
So I'm trying to look at that right now. He just said he beat it. I don't know. I just saw an article. Give me a second. Look into this.
I'm looking up Elon Train. You think someone's watching right now, being like, "Come on, guys, it's this."
Okay, Virgin Hyperloop, which was founded in 2014 on the premise of making Tesla and SpaceX's CEO's Elon Musk's vision a futuristic transportation system of magnetically levitating pods traveling through nearly airless tubes at speeds of up to 760 miles per hour, which
Yeah, so
we're
a
not
little bit
quite
faster.
there yet.
Well, we're getting there. Hyperloop 1 was the test that they did. So, is it related?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Or is Virgin Hyperloop a different thing? And Hyperloop...
Well, I just read it right here.
I wasn't listening.
Virgin Hyperloop was founded in 2014 on the premise of making Tesla and SpaceX's CEO Elon Musk's vision a futuristic transportation system possible, essentially.
So you said that, but earlier you said that there was their competition.
Well, and then go back to my other one, and it's Richard Branson beats Elon Musk. Virgin Hyperloop makes history.
So are they teamed up, or...
No, I that's just a headline that I'm reading for some video. I'm trying to look into this, Kev.
I'm confused. Hyperloop... Because, like, just looking at the Hyperloop thing, it's a different system. Like, it's a monorail with the Elon Musk's thing. Hyperloop is a concept developed by...
Yeah, no, I think this is Elon Musk.
I feel like he's the kind of person that would be there, though.
Or, you know what it is? I bet you it's his technology, and then this is a company using it.
But like, it's weird that it's Virgin, you know?
Yeah. I mean, why not?
If you know more information about this, let us know. We'll forget to look into it, and, I'd like to know.
That is a great question. Yeah, let us know. Maybe I'll look it up, but it's better if you just
That's the
do all
thing.
the work for me.
Yeah, he won't. And it's not his fault. He's just such a busy boy. He'll tell you about how busy he is.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not.
It's
I'm just
patronizing.
lowering the expectation of the kids out there.
It should. If they're watching this show, it should already be at ground zero.
And somehow I have to push it a little bit lower.
Last piece of news for the day. Best Buy won't sell next-gen consoles in store this year, as well as Walmart. Following Sony's announcement earlier today, the PlayStation 5 will be available to buy online on launch day. Best Buy and Walmart say they likewise plan to restrict in-store sales of the next-gen consoles at Walmart and Best Buy. The only way you'll be able to buy the Xbox Series X and S on November 10th and the PS5 on November 12th through retail's website. Best Buy says it won't carry the Xbox Series S/X and PS5 in store until 2021. Just something interesting on. It's a weird time that we're in.
I mean, cool. Like, I don't think this is a bad thing. You know, it's more organized. No lines outside of places. That's good.
Sure, but then you got bots buying up everything. Like, it's going to make people's chances of getting these things way significantly less.
Sucks. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, we knew the when they came out, we knew that they were gonna like Best Buy was probably gonna get sales up and running, and the bots didn't. Like you were able to get one day that day.
True.
You know what I mean? So like it's one of those things. Like Tim was able to get so many, and like he got them for us. So I really think, yeah, it's not going to be easy to get a console, but no matter what, it wasn't going to be easy to get a console.
Kevin
like
Coello,
you just got to be on top of it.
You heard Kevin Coello say it here first. Try harder. You're too slow, and it's super easy to get these consoles.
Hey man,
you gotta step up your game.
You got one. I got one. Fucking Flowers got one. He was asleep for most of the shit. You know?
It's true.
Right?
It's a really good point.
Who do you know right now that didn't get even what's his face? Gary would have got one. He was complaining that he couldn't get one. He got one. It's coming.
It's coming.
Everyone got one. I feel like everyone that wanted one that I know got one.
It's a good point. I don't think.
Yeah. I legitimately right now I'm thinking through my mind who didn't get one that wanted one. Everyone got one, and like everyone in our company bought one.
It's a good point.
Except for Cool Greg.
It's a good point. I was gonna ask this question, but I'll save it for next week. So Joshua, your question will be read. No, we'll save it for, no. It's gonna make for better discussion next week.
Okay. All right.
Kevin, thank you for joining me on this week's Tech Fever. A little light news day, but we did it. You know what I mean? Got some interesting conversation out there.
I had a good time.
And if you had a good time out there and you want to let us know, please let us know in the comments down below on YouTube. Get in that conversation. Let us know. Tell us how much of a flip-flop Kevin is. I'd love to hear it every time. Also,
if you keep attacking me, I'm going to have to attack you. That's all I'm saying.
You always attack me.
Exactly. You want to keep it happening. Keep going.
Subscribe to all the audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you know, the usuals, Google Podcast. It helps us out. Now, again, if you only watch on YouTube, go do that. And if you only listen on audio platforms, go to YouTube. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, and share it.
Please, God, do it. Please, God.
Yeah, please. Kevin, they can follow you at Kinda Funny Kevin on Twitter.
That's true. That's where they can follow me.
Check out all your stuff over at youtube.com/kindafunny.
Oh, that's right.
You have a show, don't have a show anymore. Screencast goes live every
I don't
Friday.
run it anymore. I'm no longer the host, but I'm on it.
Still your
I'm
baby.
giving you my opinions, you know?
And you can check that out every Friday at
That's right. You nailed it.
10 a.m. I don't know what time you guys
11.
post.
You idiot.
And you can catch this as always on YouTube, youtube.com/play everything, 10 a.m.s on Thursday. You can follow me at Cheeks_Junior. And until next time,
we have the fever.
Hey, you said we this time.
Burns.